What's up, guys? It's Al Pal here. So today we got a new update for Doom Eternal. So I'm gonna go over that a little bit and go over the really cool part. It's really kind of funny. The footage you're seeing behind here is me actually talking about the entire patch notes, which a lot of it's actually kind of boring. I'm not gonna go over all again, but there is some cool stuff. And so let's just kind of get into the stuff that I think is the most important, which I think is the new game improvements. So first of all, Weapon Quick Switch has been enabled again in both campaign and battle mode, which the footage you're seeing here is me testing that out, and it actually feels a lot better than it did before. I felt like sometimes I couldn't be as quick as I wanted to be with just the weapon wheel, but it definitely feels a lot better and a lot more fluid, and I feel like I can it's a little bit easier for me to do like weapon combos and stuff, so that's worth checking out there. Further improvements with network latency in battle mode, that's great. Mancubus can shoot after a double jump in battle mode. I thought that was a really cool addition. I thought it was kind of weird he couldn't, but at the same time, like, demons are kind of overpowered in battle mode, so, you know, that's fine as well. I didn't think it was necessary, but I didn't think it was unnecessary. You know, it's just kind of like one of those in-the-middle things. And then Maker Drones are back in battle mode. To be honest, I didn't even know they were gone. And you don't get bonus loot drops from shooting them in the head. So that's basically it. For the battle mode balance updates, basically the gist of it here is that the Precision Bolt had its damage reduced from 400 to 300. I'm assuming this is for all platforms, because they're usually, when they release the patch notes for updates, they separate it into console, PC, if it's... So I'm assuming this is for both, since they don't make that distinction. And the Slayer's starting bullet ammo is reduced from 84 to 72. So, what do I think about this? I personally think that the Slayer is pretty underpowered, though I haven't got to test him with with the quick switch being enabled again. Quick switch, excuse me. But I felt he's been a little underpowered in battle mode. So I'm not sure how this affects things just yet, but I can see how on like PC this could be he could be pretty overwhelming in the hands of a good Slayer. Anyway, there's a whole list of campaign bug fixes and other bug fixes. A lot of them are kind of just quality of life things, just kind of like weird things that are happening. The most important I noticed is with the Gladiator not dropping health when he's staggered. That's something I noticed when I played. And then, of course, the Con Maker. I didn't really notice this because I don't like to play Urdak, but apparently she wasn't dropping health when blood punched, which that can be frustrating in that boss fight. Other than that, everything else seems like just pretty much normal bug fixes, except for the extra life mode that they fixed. Apparently, you were losing lives when you did the Revenant gameplay sequence in Cultist Base. I didn't notice this when I originally played Extra Lives mode. I don't play it all that often, though, so I can't really say that affected me at all. Apparently, there were some crashes in battle mode as well. The one that stuck out to me was with private matches, because when I'm playing battle mode, I'm usually playing in a private match with my pals. But I have not had any crashes in battle mode whatsoever. That's kind of concerning, because I know that there are some crashes in Doom Eternal, and I'm going to have a video about some of the things I'd like to see Doom Eternal do, even though it seems like they kind of did something that I was going to talk about already, which is great. So that's the one that's kind of the most concerning. Everything else... Oh, the battle mode. The Wolf didn't always do damage and explode when attacking the Slayer when you're playing the Marauder. I play a lot of Marauder, not as much as I play Archvile or anything like that, so I thought that was kind of interesting. I wasn't sure what the deal was there, but haven't noticed it, but at the same time, I'm glad they're fixing small things like that, so that, you know, quality of life, you know, fixing the little issues is a good thing. The other one that I like is the ammo and loot visuals when loot blocked. So you would still see those when you loot blocked. And now I can see, what I like about this is that it gives you that visual, like they're not getting anything out of it. Otherwise you have to be paying attention to the Slayer's health total, because sometimes when you chainsaw you get health. And so if you loot block and you see that stuff, you're thinking, oh, he just got all of that stuff, you know, and he's gonna get some health. But if you're looking at his health, he didn't get it, because I noticed this issue and I didn't think anything of it. I just thought that was how it was supposed to work. Apparently it's not. But so there's that. I'm glad they added that visual element to the loot blocking. It kind of helps confirm the fact that you got the loot block in time before they got their loot out of it. The other one that is, I think, a nice little quality of life thing is the descriptions for the battle mode round upgrades, to accurately reflect their current functionality. I think that's important, especially as we move forward, because I'm sure this game's going to pick up more players as time goes on, you know. Newer players are going to like to see accurate information, and maybe players that don't often play battle mode like to see that information as well. But other than that, everything else is just kind of quality of life bug fixes, and I don't really think it's too important for me to go over everything here, because they're all relatively small. I just kind of covered all the stuff that I thought was important, or, you know, kind of some of the things that I recognized. But, so let's end this video by taking a look at this footage of me testing out this quick swapping, because it's something I'm really excited about. I felt like the weapon wheel was a little lackluster for console players. I personally had issues with, you know, trying to swap quickly, and so if you try to do it too quick, the menu comes up, and but you don't actually pick a weapon. It just comes up and goes away, like you do it almost too quick. And now it feels like so much faster. Like, it's blowing my mind. Like, I really just want to give this a full test drive on something to see if I can actually pull off some of the combos that I see these PC players doing all the time. But honestly, this footage is kind of like the pinnacle of that. That doesn't make sense, does it? Oh man, I'm doing this all ad lib, you know? I'm trying to get something thrown together so that I can, you know, have some content. Anyway, it's just a really nice fix, to be honest. This was something I was going to talk about in a future video, a video I was thinking about starting to write a script for today, actually. And one of my big talking points was focusing on the weapon wheel, and how the way it was before, it just didn't feel fluid with the combat. And like, if you held on it too long, it's locking your aim in place, or if you're using it, if you moved your weapon wheel to the opposite side or something, it would lock your movement or something. So holding it too long kind of limits the way you can move and look, and doing it too quickly just resulted in you not getting to switch weapon, and oftentimes you want to switch a weapon to bypass that reload cooldown, and so you just end up stuck doing that anyway. So it just didn't really feel good, and now it feels a lot better, and I'm really excited to kind of play around with it and test it a little bit. But I think that's an important fix. I'm glad they did that. I'm glad that's something that was on their mind, and on the mind of players as well. It says that this was a community feedback issue, so that is great. That's top notch. I can't complain there. So anyway, that's all I've got as far as the patch notes. It's really not all that exciting. I was really hoping it'd be something a little bit more, and I believe tomorrow we'll have a new series start, and I'll kind of I don't know if I really even need to go over any of that stuff. I'm not sure, but this is a nice update. It's just a lot of little things, but they're little things that needed looked at. It looks like. So I couldn't be happier with how things are going so far. There are still a lot of things that I want, don't get me wrong here, but that's what I got today. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you like this content, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what kind of changes you'd like to see from the developers at id, and that's it. So, be safe out there, guys. Spread the love, and we'll see you next time. Peace.